come I can't hear? Oh, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, I guess my headphones, it's not working. I'll just have to do it without the phones.
Well, I got you sideways on there.
Is it possible to flip it? Yeah. Right, cool. What's up, man?
Not too much. How you doing? Good to
Pretty
see you
good.
again.
Yeah, you too.
It's a while since the festival on Salt Spring. That was awesome.
Yeah, totally, yeah. I wanted to kind of hear your side of the whole experience, like what you remember most.
It was incredible. Well, I guess just for a little background, for me, it was like I hadn't performed live since 2012. And Jake here gave me the opportunity to come out to this little festival on Salt Spring Island here in BC. And so that was back in mid-September. So I got really pumped up for it. Ended up having a really crazy week. I had to go away for work the week before, so I had like no time to rehearse. So basically crammed all the rehearsal in. Like I was rehearsing like at the event, like before my thing.
Yeah.
And but once I got up on stage, it was just like clockwork, like butter. Like I just I got right back in the groove and had a really great time. Made so many amazing connections, and yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, I liked your set. It was good for sure. Everyone could tell you're putting your heart into it.
Definitely, I put my heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears, all of that.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
really, I got a lot of good feedback from people, and it was really rewarding for me personally just to get to experience that again. And one of the highlights for me, I got off the stage, and this woman was there with her little girl, and she's like, oh come here. I want to introduce you. My daughter really liked you. You were her favorite act of all the people. And so I was just, wasn't expecting something like that. So it caught me off guard in the most pleasant way. And yeah, it was really, really cool. And then afterwards, of course, it sort of turned into like a bit of a party or whatever with DJs and stuff. One of my good buddies there, Lyrics, was DJing, and along with a lot of other good DJs. So it was a well-rounded event. I'm so thankful still for giving me the opportunity to come out there, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm thankful everyone could make it out. It's a combined effort, I think. Like every artist who comes out makes it what it is, right? So all their performances are what make it the event, how good it is. So.
That's so true. There was a lot of good performers there too. I was blown away by the list of talent that you had. All local people too. So
yeah. I think there was a little bit too many artists, I realized at the end. But still, it was an epic night to remember. Yeah. So we started our first interview last year. That was the first time we ever talked in person.
Yeah, I was looking back at that actually when you mentioned this one coming up. So I didn't make it through the whole thing, but I watched maybe half of it or something. It sort of brought me right back to those times. And
yeah, you got a good response on that one. Lots of people enjoyed the first one. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I remember we had a few people watching live, and definitely some views after that and stuff. I sent it out to people I knew.
Yeah, right on. Yeah. So since that interview, like, what have you been up to in your life, like personal or in music-wise and stuff? What's been going on in your world?
I think that interview was like at the beginning of the year like the beginning of 2021, somewhere around there. I think it was about 10 months ago. So that's feels like years ago to me.
Yeah.
On a personal level, I had been working for this company for a long time. And just at the end of November, decided to give my notice and go for it on my own. I've got a computer skills. I grew up doing computer work and stuff like that, and I've amassed quite a lot of experience doing plumbing, commercial and residential construction. Yeah. And also I do landscaping and stuff like that. So I just, for a number of different reasons, including looming mandates potentially in the future and stuff, I just wanted to sort of make a break on my own and go for it. So far that's been going really well, and been having all sorts of incredible synchronicity since I took the leap of faith and left my job.
Really?
And
Yeah. Yeah.
lots of great clients and connections, and yeah, it's just been absolutely incredible on a personal level. Lots of
That's
growth
awesome.
too, and 2021 was not actually too bad of a year for me, considering all things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Good.
in terms of music, like just by leaps and bounds since then. I mean, I had my first performance there. I've got an album in the works that I've almost got sort of all the tracks for it figured out. Just need to do some recording, get some tracks mastered. So I'm hoping by sort of mid to late 2022 it'll be dropping. And I'm quite
Nice.
excited because, again, I haven't released an album either since 2011, I guess, or something. So just I've grown in astronomical ways since then, both
Yeah.
personally and with criticism. So I'm super amped for that. And been making lots of music with you and with getting connected with some other crews there, working on some projects down in with some people down in California. And
Yeah, he's
yeah,
just joined Grin. He's live right now. I don't know if you can see, but
yeah, it just alert.
yeah,
What
yeah.
up? Yeah, so it's just been growing by leaps and bounds, and I'm so grateful for that, and grateful to have connected with you. You've been a huge huge help, a huge support, and joining up with the OFP is also something new that's happened since then. So that's been near and dear to my heart because I definitely resonate with what you guys are doing,
Good to
and to be
hear.
such an honor. So that's a little recap of my life in the last while. And,
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Yeah, I enjoy working on those songs too, and the other songs we did last year, Out of Bounds and Magnify. Those are both cool tracks.
yeah, man, totally.
And we got to perform Out of Bounds at the event. That was cool. Steve got up there and did his freestyle at the end. That was dope. Thanks,
That's
Steve.
awesome. So
Yeah.
awesome. Man. Thank you, brother. And yeah, that was such a good time, man. There was some good times where it was like a whole bunch of us on stage, just backing each other up. It was so cool. So, a little
Yeah.
freestyle session at the end too, with there's sort of an epic picture of you and B3 and I, that black and
Yeah,
white
yeah.
one on stage. Sort of. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good memory for sure. We had fun up there. I think us three we have sort of a really similar conscious look on life and vibes. So it's cool if we can all work together on a song or get up there together.
Yeah, that's really that's one of the things that's been super cool about connecting with you in particular is you share that sort of conscious mindset and conscious vibe, and it's I rap with a lot of people and I love rapping with a lot of people and doing other sort of stuff, but that's sort of that conscious sort of love centered consciousess centered focus is where I really gravitate towards and where my heart really resonates with. So it's super cool to have connected with somebody that sort of shares that, and so yeah, it's been awesome. We've been making some really cool music along those lines, and look forward to more to come as well.
Yeah, for sure. We got some new collabs for everyone out there who watches this that nobody's heard yet. So they're really dope. I like those 2 songs we've done so far. We got more in the works too. So stay tuned for all those, everybody. In my own story, I came from a pretty dark past when I was a teenager. I got into heavy drugs and stuff, and I found like meditation and spirituality to get out of that, right? Because I was suffering like so much, and I was like almost suicidal and stuff from my mind becoming like such an enemy to self. Like it became so poisoned and always judging to myself and others, and I had to like search and pray and then find a way out of that, right? So that's how I became conscious, was from my own like darkness I was in and found my way out to the light.
That's powerful, buddy. That's
Yeah,
incredible journey. For
yeah,
me, it
yeah.
was different. I was like, I grew up in a really conscious household and was sort of raised in sort of a spiritual conscious way and household and that. My parents were both into that. I actually spent about a year in India when I was a little kid. My parents were over there attending this ashram, this Swami guy that was over there. And
Nice.
so I always grew up with that. But I kind of, not necessarily rebelled against it, but I got caught up in all that stuff too. I was pretty wild in my teenage years, a lot of drinking, a lot of different drugs, and just sort of the party hard lifestyle, and sort of realized through my experiences just more and more the older I got that, wow, this stuff that I've known about since I was young is actually really like true, and it really resonates, and it really is like I had first-hand lessons that came up through my life that really sort of it's one thing to know it or to be brought up understanding it, but to actually have experiences like you, I'm sure you can relate, all the things you went through that led you to that, it's somehow more powerful. So I had some refining to do apparently. So yeah, I went through phases like that too, and was sort of down and out for a number of years, sort of 2014 to 2016, and didn't
Yeah.
make much for anything then, and was I've never really been suicidal, but I can relate to going through dark times and feeling hopeless and all that. So
Yeah. 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 I think it so much has to do with the way the mind works, right? Once you learn like how important it is to have inner peace, like be at peace with your own thoughts, then that stays with you the rest of your life, right? And you can share that with other people through your music and everyone you talk to about cultivating inner peace of your own thoughts, right?
definitely, that's a big one. And the other thing that was prominent for me is I've always been sort of a very sensitive kind of, so I know some people call it empathic or whatever type of person. So I kind of, through experiences a number of years ago, I realized that I'd sort of held back, sort of fully expressing myself at times with a lot of people in my life, just because I didn't like to deal with sort of the backlash or want to rock the boat, didn't want to upset people or burden them. And life sort of came and taught me through sort of whooping my ass with some stuff that happened. I really
Yeah.
had to drop, really just be true to myself and be myself and set healthy boundaries and speak my truth and
Yeah,
not
for
really be
sure.
scared about whether it drives people away or not. So that happened
Yeah.
about 2019, and so it was sort of perfectly aligned with I was right into that mode when this whole COVID thing hit, and I sort of have my own strong feelings about what's going on. So it was another opportunity for me to further step out of my comfort zone and really stand firm in my truth, and sort of speaking out, alternative theories on it. And for the majority of 2020, I took a lot of flack, didn't get a lot of praise. I got a lot of nasty comments, all those sorts of things, but it really helped strengthen me through all that. And then, on the flip side, eventually started connecting with people of the same wavelength, and whether it be people like you musically or people in my work life or in my personal life or whatever it was. So it since then it's just been onward and upward, and it's really again strengthened that definitely peace of mind, like you say, that's very important, like have control sort of over your mind and your thoughts, which is something that I was always pretty into. But the other thing that was big for me that I never got for years was don't hold back, don't worry about what other people, don't be an asshole, but speak your truth and be you and be real. And amazing things happen when you start doing that. So
No doubt. People respect that as an artist when you're not afraid to speak your mind, right? Some people might get offended, but others will really connect with that you're not afraid to speak who you are.
totally.
Grin's asking, you got any New Year's resolutions yet?
I don't really make New Year's resolutions. I have some strong philosophy, why not? But I do kind of feel like you can always, I'm always trying to work on myself and better myself and stuff. So New Year, I mean, I have used New Year's in the past as a time to quit different drugs and quit, whatever it was at the time. But this year I don't really have any other than just continuing my journey of just really being true and honest, and also interacting and getting out there, doing music, connecting with like-minded people, trying to bring some sense of community back, not only in my own life, but try and help spread that out to the world too, because I feel that's something we're lacking a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a lot of chaos, not only like with COVID and everything, but also mental. I see a lot of, it's almost like the bigger brother, New World Order is trying to cause like so much mental illness on everyone. Do you feel that at all?
Definitely, I do. I actually feel that both ways. I feel that definitely they are, and it's sort of worked. There's so many people in so much fear, and there's so many people turning on their own family, and and you know, I could go off with examples forever. So that's definitely you know, that's definitely something that's happened. Whether, you know, you're someone that thinks it's an intentional thing, more conspiracy minded, or just, you know,
Yeah.
result of just random occurrences, but regardless, it's definitely been happening. And um, but on the flip side of that, I really feel ever since this December, I've noticed not only in my own life, but in other people I talk to, and in the world at large, just lots of little things that are showing me that there's also there's a really nice, good, strong, loving, positive force out there that's really coming alive even more and more so in the last little while. There's like all sorts of people on similar journeys like me, sort of finding themselves and starting new paths in life, new careers. And there's a lot of people that, you know, I once found sort of closed-minded completely, or never would thought of in a certain, you know, being sort of open to certain concepts, and they're sort of naturally seeming to grasp it now and get a little more spiritual without even realizing it. And so I feel
Yeah.
there's, as much as there's a lot of doom and gloom in the world and things are looking kind of totalitarian, and you know, people talk about communism coming in and all that, I also feel there's a real sort of awakening of the human spirit, and sort of an elevation of consciousness coming. So it's I like to remind people of that as well, because it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, for
I was
sure.
to for most of 2020, like I said, sort of speaking my mind and sharing information, and since 2021 hit, it's shifted more to like coming together with like-minded people and like-hearted people, and more focusing on my own life and community, and you know, being the change that I can see, that I want to see in the world, rather than trying to alert everyone and share constantly the same information. You know, I mean, we all know that there's bad things going on, but what can we actually do to start getting away from that? So I've been trying to sort of absorb myself in that, and really want to put that into my music too, to try and help motivate people and uplift people. I mean, there's a million people, I'm not dissing it in any way, but there's a million people doing the gangster, and there's a million people doing the really technical hip hop, and you know, there's all those niches that are already filled, and I think there's definitely room for a lot more people trying to sort of bring a conscious vibe and help uplift people, because especially like you said, there's so many people, and it's sort of a dark time right now, and there's a lot of people suffering. So, you know, what better
Yeah.
time to try and get out there and you know, spark some life back into people if possible. So.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Grin's asking the song Resolutions. Did you get it? Did you hear it? He wants us both to be on that track, I guess.
I did get the email, dude. I haven't actually gotten around to bumping the beat yet. I got caught up writing to that other beat. He sent me a couple other beats. I'm going to be on another album of his, and
Nice.
so yeah, I haven't checked it out yet. But I'm planning on trying to do some music after this interview, because I got nothing else planned. So I'll definitely let you know as soon as I do. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a cool, really cool collab. Kind of
Yeah,
a
I heard
positive.
it. It's a good track, Grin. Thank you. Yeah, so we talked a bit about the new album in the works, and how many tracks are you thinking on that one again? For your album?
I'm gonna have about 16 or something like that. I might do like an intro and outro as well. I'm thinking I might do a freestyle track. So yeah, there's gonna be at least 16, maybe all the way to 20 or something like that when it's all said and done. So
Yeah,
should be a
dope.
pretty lengthy CD, pretty worthy.
We should try to put together some kind of event to release it. Would be cool, eh? We could.
Sweet, dude. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
opposed to that.
yeah,
Somewhere outdoor, I guess, with the way things are, and
yeah.
and like the earliest probably would be around my birth, you know, around May. My birthday's May 24th. It's also thinking May
Right.
1st, mom's birthday, but sort of any time from May onwards. So that would coincide well with a sort of summertime event or something like that. I'd be thrilled for something like that. I won't have
Okay.
time to set that up myself with working on the album and my own life, but yeah, if something like that came together, I would totally. I know
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
got in the works for next year. I don't know if any of those. Maybe we could tie it in, and I could do sort of an album release thing there too, or something.
Yeah, man, it's better to have a release at an event than like no reason for having the event. It's better to have like, we're releasing this CD, right? It looks better and it has more of a theme.
More of a draw for people too, maybe. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. because it all can
Yeah,
kind of tie in together. You can have the CDs if you print a few off to give to people at the event. You could even get T-shirts or stickers or whatever with your cover on it.
true. Yeah, I should do that. It's funny, when I used to release my old CDs way back in the day, I ran a computer repair and printing shop, so I used to print all my own CD artwork and print all my own sticker. I got all that stuff for free, so I had like a ton of stuff, but I haven't even thought about it in years. I should get some. I need to get. I'll have to talk to you more about that cover art too. I'll have to find someone because I'm gonna call my album Decalcified Pineal, and as you can imagine, I'd like something pretty cool for that.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking kind of like all sort of like trippy, like almost like a psychedelic trip kind of, and it's all kind of centering in on the third eye, like colors and stuff. But
Yeah, or like a pineal gland in there or something. Totally, that would
yeah,
be that. That's totally what I'm thinking.
yeah, yeah. All right. So did you want to kick a verse before we finish things off here? You got
Sure.
one.
I'm gonna read this one off my thing here because there's a lot of verses I have in my head, but I wanted to do something new, so let's try this out. Any time here, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Rolling with my soul as the guiding light, the driving force. Feel a high of sorts whenever I absorb the light and morph into my highest form. No sleight of hand, yet I'm a magic man with lots of gems, crystals, rocks, and stones, causing cosmic thoughts to send out ripples as they trickle out the top my dome, glowing hot as a burning coal. These fires of desires deep inside our inner wiring are what's inspiring intentions and my goals of refining all that's driving me from deep within. While most keep on wishing they were in the driver's seat with no control over one's own emotional responses, it slowly grows and builds up steam until it overloads and blows the seams. Our only hopes to ever expose these demons lies within one's own ability to recognize the beast within them, then come to peace with the darkness, for the light cannot exist without its counterpart. For the more one tries to extinguish it, its grip increases. So stop feeding heathens your energies, start seeing, believing in endless possibilities, and watch as your whole reality takes off to places you once thought that'd be impossible for me to reach. With a heart full of light and love, let's be at peace.
Yeah, dope. Right on. Nice. Nice. We're getting more people joining, so I was thinking maybe we could do a freestyle if you want before we end, because I can just put on my laptop a beat and we can probably hear it through this. Are you up for it? Or?
It usually takes me a little while to get warmed up for freestyling, but whatever. I have no shame. I'll start with it.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'll find something here.
I did put out the word, so that's cool. There's some people joining. Can't really see. You can't really see everyone who's joining, so I'll just I can't really give personal shout outs, but thank you to everyone that's on here supporting, anybody that knows me or even that doesn't.
Yeah, you're getting a good following these days, man. I see that you get lots of views on your posts and stuff, so you build a bit of like family network in your community. Eh?
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's what we got to start doing. So that's been my mission.
For sure. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I just got to turn on the amp.
Okay. Hi, Julia. Hey, Grin. To lean right in to see.
I'm just doing one. Can you hear that? Billy, can you hear it?
It's a little choppy, but yeah, I can hear it. That's better.
Okay. We just chilling, building. I'm thinking about the children and the future of this planet. Sometimes it's hard to understand like granite, but I can't just sit around and let things fall apart when I'm thinking about new ways to spread art throughout the underground. My town with a VANC, where I'm chilling, having an early morning coffee, wishing all these haters would get off me.
Lately, I've been enthused, thinking about what we, the people, can come together and really do. If we really put our hearts in it, really move, yeah. We gotta feel the groove deep inside, feel alive, feel the truth, and find it live. The time is now, no better to come alive. I can't hear the beat anymore. I
You
start
gotta
rapping,
try.
I can't hear the beat.
You can't hear it?
No, I can, but then when I start spitting, I start getting loud, and I can't hear the beat anymore, so I go off beat.
Yeah, it doesn't work so well through this. I know I've seen other people try to do the same, and it always same thing happens.
I'll try and set up next time. I could have set up so that I could play music, but
Yeah. All right, anything else you want to end things off with before?
no, I think that was pretty well rounded, man. I feel like that was. When I was watching the other interview again recently, there I was like, oh, it's going to be interesting to see how much I've grown just in those months, like watching this new interview. And so I feel like this one was like out of this world compared to the last one. So,
The last one was good too, for sure.
I can play it, but yeah, no, I'm feeling really so super stoked that you had me on, and super stoked for everyone that came out to support, and super stoked for the future. It's onward and upward.
Word, I agree, for sure.
Message for everyone: don't succumb to fear. Just find the love inside of you, and hold on to that, and cherish it, and kindle it, and turn it into a blazing fire, because that's what the world needs, and that's what everyone needs. It's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, for sure. If you're out there spreading conscious vibes as an artist, you're like a warrior right now compared to all the other stuff going on. So we need more warriors spreading consciousness. The world needs it.
Warriors of love. Peaceful.
All right, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, bro. So you have a good weekend.
So much. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Peace out, everyone. Thank you.
Peace, everyone. Love and light.